I'ma tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the fuck off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit. Trump, if you want motherfuckers start looting, oh, it's gonna happen. Before my kids go broke in this bitch like Jock, I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card. As soon as that bitch say ain't no pending balance on there, I'm going to walk the fuck out. And I'm gonna have one of my cousins with me that'll punch your ass so hard you gonna think a Jet 2 holiday hit your bitch ass if you think I ain't finna walk out that stuff. And please follow me to that motherfucking car if you feeling motherfucking froggy, bitch. You ain't gonna make it back to your motherfucking position at that fucking Walmart store. I'm telling you. You wanna take some link? Like I don't be taking shit already. Watch this. It's okay.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Well, good luck with that, because you just came online and gave the confession. So we know your face now. We'll be able to compare and match it to when you go in there and decide to do that. And then they'll have the confession online where you said that, that was what your plan to begin with. So if you try to act like you didn't have the intention to do it, it's a wrap. But let's go back to something real quick because I want to address this. Let's go back to something um, because I really want to address that. Like, I really want to address the demeanor. And I want to just, real quick, because we're more so talking about food stamps, but why would you want to make this your first impression? Like, why would you want to just immediately come in so bold, so brash, so hard, right off the start? Like, no warning, just
Straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the.
why do you come in like that? Let me tell y'all something. Straight up like this. Like, why do we, why are you coming in like Mr. T? I don't understand that. Like, it's very rare when I do these videos that I'll see a woman coming in just, hi guys, the food stamps are, they're gone, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But why you come in like this, like with that type of demeanor, and then throw the entitlement right behind it? So just something that I picked up on. But then also, you're saying you're gonna steal. You've already came on here, you've admitted it. And then now you're tying in your cousin, who you say can knock people out with one punch or whatever, and send them on a Jet 2 holiday. So instead of you collaborating with your cousin, who apparently has a lot of free time, to just be able to pull up anytime you need him or her to knock somebody out, instead of you collaborating with your cousin and coming up with a plan of what y'all are going to do to be able to float this month, right? Because if this cousin has the free time to just come and knock somebody out and then go to jail and sit in jail for days, then they probably got time to watch your kids while you go work. But see, that's not an option because instead of me just getting something that feel entitled to and I've been dependent on and I'm expecting to hit, instead of me taking responsibility and saying, okay, while this is going on, because it's not even like this is permanent, while this is going on, I just have to figure out how I'm going to be able to make it by this month. And I have family that I'm privileged to have that can support me in this. You're talking about you're going to do all these things and you're threatening Walmart workers who have nothing to do with it. The Walmart workers aren't going to try to, well, they probably will try to stop you.
Imagine being able
They
to be.
they do they go way beyond their job role. They'll try to get in the door, they'll put hands on you. But why not just come up with a plan in order to float this month? Because let me address this too. Let me address this, and then we'll watch this young lady right here. Let me address the fact that the same way y'all not budgeting y'all money, and then y'all end up in this situation where you become dependent on the government, is the same way now you see you didn't even budget your food stamps. Let me tell you something. I always say this. Stop depending on the government and stop setting up your life long term based off of whatever laws or whatever systems are in place today. That's not sustainable. Set up your life future based off of what you're going to do and what you're going to be able to sustain, not what you think the rest of us will be able to sustain, right? Because if you're pro food stamp and all this type of stuff, then that means you're pro raise taxes because y'all aren't letting go of these benefits. So what that does is that doesn't open up space for the next person. So instead of there being room for the next person to come in and take your space, now they have to collect more money in order to be able to maintain the evolving needs. And back to the budgeting. You didn't budget your finances properly, the same way you didn't budget your stamps properly. Because if you get food stamps, those first, in my opinion, those first 3 months, you shouldn't be buying hot Cheetos. You shouldn't be buying the name brand cereals and all this type of stuff. You should be making that money stretch the same way you should have been stretching your budget, and you should be in the dry foods section. You should be in the canned foods, the non-perishables section, and you should be stocking up your home like it's a zombie apocalypse on the horizon. And you should have so much stuff stocked up first to last you at least 6 months, in my opinion. But people are taking advantage of it and they're buying all the things. And a lot of times you'll see people on food stamps and they have bigger carts and they have better items than people who are working 80 hours a week. And that's sad. And now the same way you just spent all your food stamps like it was never going to run out is the same way you probably ended up in that situation by spending all of your money and increasing your you allow lifestyle creep to set in, and every time you make more money, you spend more money. So you're at zero. So then when those lows happen, which there's always going to be peaks and valleys, when you get to those valleys, you're not prepared. And then it has the ability to basically stop you long term. It has the ability to pretty much sit you down because you didn't take it into account. Just like you didn't take into account that these benefits, there's going to be peaks and valleys, especially on the political landscape, with the political landscape.
Some of y'all who making those videos, oh, y'all ain't gonna be getting y'all food stamp in November. To some of y'all who making those videos that like y'all celebrating that people are not going to get their food stamp in November, especially during Thanksgiving. You know what the
Oh,
problem is with the selective celebration, or should I say anger? Why y'all ain't made
I didn't even think about that. Not getting food stamps during Thanksgiving. Wow. I didn't even think about that.
videos about the 20 billion that was just given to Argentina for a bailout? Just get, yeah, during the government shutdown, your president just gave Argentina $20 billion for bailout. Now, once again, to the Argentina people, I ain't got no problem. I don't know why y'all getting a bailout. It is what it is. That is not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is during the government shutdown, Argentina was given $20 billion, but yet y'all are celebrating that the American people is not going to get finance for food in November. And for the ones that want to say, well, they misuse it, are y'all going to keep up with how Argentina going to spend the money that was sent over there? Which one of y'all going to make sure that they spent the money the correct way? My point exactly. My point exactly. I don't have no issue with my tax dollars helping people getting food stamp, especially, let's try it again, when money and billions is being sent to another country during the government shutdown. So yeah, if you gonna make a video celebrating that people is not gonna get their food stamp, then y'all need to make a video complaining that 20 billion was sent to another country while
Okay. Let me ask y'all something, and we'll end it. Are y'all religious? I'm curious. Are y'all religious? Do you believe in a higher power? And do you trust in that higher power? Because a lot of us say we do. But then when things happen, we're not able to look past it and to also understand how this may be being brought on us in order to push us to becoming who we need to become. Because a lot of people have been relying on these benefits. And just throwing out a theory, what if God wanted to shake things up for you so you can understand, hey, this can be here today and gone tomorrow. Get up, start thinking about things. I'm going to bring it back. Let's be honest. Food stamps are coming back. But hey, I'm gonna hit you with this little test, this little trial right here, in order to shock your psyche to understanding that you need to not just rely on this, you need to actually start taking control and taking responsibility for your situation and not burden other people, taxpayers, i.e., to have to take care of you perpetually throughout your life. Just a theory. Because it's always, oh, God has a plan for me in the landscape of hope, but is God not also supposed to put certain things on you in order to build you up and allow you to grow? Because it's called growing pains for a reason. It's going to be a bit painful sometimes when you're going through growth. And I think a lot of us can't recognize that in real time. But if you look back maybe 5, 10 years, you've gone for some through some things that at the time was world shattering. But look where you are. You're still where you need to be. You still risen. You still continue to survive, thrive at times, have nice experiences, and you've gone through things, little hiccups, just like this, throughout that journey. So a lot of times we don't recognize that. And I think most people, if you ask them, had the thing that they went through that at the time was the most detrimental thing in the world. But if you ask them, would you want to go through that again? Most people say, I'm glad I went through that, and I definitely want to go through that again. And then if you're religious, who do you then give the credit to for that? You give it to God. So maybe start recognizing these things in real time if you are religious, and maybe start having a little bit of faith that maybe God is trying to show you something and reveal something to you, and maybe then start paying attention. But we'll leave it there. Y'all like the video. Also subscribe if you want to join the Limitless Legion. Cash App link below if you want to buy your boy iced coffee. And also feel free to join the Patreon as well if you want to see more content that is self-improvement that's not on YouTube. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.